If you're wondering, my mouse and keyboard is 100% charged. What is going on, traders? Hope you guys crushed it today. In today's video, I'm going to show you how the Daily Sniper Discord was able to identify a gap up this morning, as well as having a massive sell-off. At 11 a.m. this morning, I told the entire Discord, I see 554, and where we were trading at currently, I see a $2 drop. I'm going to show you exactly how I was able to identify this, as well as prepare you guys to trade the best setups at the best prices. Big shout out to Dimitri, guys. He absolutely crushed it today. Another $20,000 day. And this is just the sugar on top, right? He ended up at 3:51 p.m. or 3:50 p.m. Eastern time. 10 minutes before market close, he said he's in SPX puts. And look what he ended up doing, guys. He ended up making 164% on SPX puts. This is what we do, and this was just pre-market. This morning, we ended up getting puts at the exact high of the day today. This morning's pre-market live stream, I did this live on YouTube. I was alerting the entire community on YouTube and the Discord. 562.69 is a massive level, and you want me to show you how I was able to find this level, right? We had two key levels to trade. 562.69 and 563.50. This is it. Ready? You see this? Yeah, I'm scrolling left. Keep freaking scrolling left. Keep scrolling left until we have these levels. Boom. Pre-market resistance on July 11th, right? We ended up using this as resistance. Look at the downside potential. We ended up coming back on July 12th. Right? We held its support. We ran to 563.51. As soon as we held this support, and I told the entire Discord, once we hold 562.69 as a support, SPY, it's going to be free money to 563.50. Because history has shown us that, right? History has shown us that once this level becomes a support, we are going to rocket to this level. Now, keep looking left, right? We used it as support. We ran. Once we rejected it, look at the downside. Now, let's go over to July 15th. We broke through this level, came back, retested. Where did we end up going? We ended up making new highs. So we knew making 562.69 an area of support, there's massive upside potential. But look, when we create a roof at 562.69, look at the downside potential. Once we hold this as support, look at the upside potential. Once we reject it, downside potential, right? Look at this level, 562.69. Now, let's go back to this morning. The first level the Daily Sniper community ended up shorting was 563 puts. As soon as this candle broke through 563, I ended up alerting puts to the entire Discord on live stream. I'm speaking and talking through this trade. I buy at the money contracts and bring them deep in the money. That's just my style of trading. As soon as we broke through 563, I got 563 puts and brought these deep in the money. And not only did this trade work, look at the confirmation that we had. We already knew once we reject this level, there's massive downside, right? And we know that SPY has been making higher highs and higher lows. And once we made a lower low, that's a break of the macro trend. I alerted this live to the Discord. Once we make a lower, take out yesterday's low, the macro cycle has changed and flipped bearish. Why did we sell off today, right? Okay, so we ended up gapping up. We knew that. We were watching the daily candles. And for everyone who watched my video last night and don't know what I was talking about because my computer mouse died, this was a daily candle, right? Daily candle. Look at this daily candle. You see how it's the same candle? This is how we were able to identify a gap up in the morning, right? And we don't just stop right there. Look at this candle. Same candle again. Look what ended up happening, a gap up. We are using SPY to identify levels and to predict and to watch the history of SPY. And that's what happened. We were correct. But do you see how not everything works out to the T? We did gap up, but we closed very weak. We weren't just buying 570 calls like Team Roar and the freaking Rainbows and said they're going to buy calls all day. Whoever watched that video just got clapped. The Daily Sniper, we play technical analysis. We're playing uptrend, downtrend lines. We're playing massive key levels, right? We're not keyboard warriors. We buy the best setups at the best prices. That's why we created that phrase. And so why did we end up getting such downside on this market? I'm going to show you, right? So we ended up hitting puts here, right? I ended up getting calls in the morning and swapped to puts. So once we broke through our key level, we came back and retested. That's why we had the downside. And Dimitri caught this play. And then what did I end up doing? Easy. SPY's been showing us that the gap close reversal, SPY's previous closing price, has had massive bounces. So what do? We bought calls. We went up money. I bought calls 3 times on this trade, right? I'm going to show you why, and I'm going to show you how my last trade was unsuccessful. We came back, tested the previous closing price of 560.62. I didn't catch this move right away. We came back down. As soon as we held above it, I ended up buying calls and sold half my position. Got stopped out on profit stops. We come back down to previous closing price, closed above it. So I'm looking at a floor at the previous closing price, right? I'm buying in at a great level. I bought calls again. Came back up. I didn't sell the move. We were holding here, went back down, stopped out, re-entered, sold half my position, kept half my runners, stopped out. SPY was showing us that 560.62 was holding as a support. Look at all these wicks of support. As soon as we broke underneath of it, we immediately bounced up. As soon as we broke underneath of it, immediate bounce. So we bought the best level. SPY should have skyrocketed, or at least hit 561.53, but we got faked out. Market makers fake out. If you understand options contracts and you understand IV, theta, and delta, you'll understand why they do this, right? We're not buying far out the money calls, 10 points out the money, 5 points out the money, and only risking what we put in. No, we're real traders here, right? We buy the best levels and we sell the move. We're not trying to put $100 into a contract and make $200. I don't look at percentages, guys. I look at how many cents the contracts move, right? Because I buy 100 contract starter position, right? And just like you guys buy 5 or you buy 10. Who cares about percentage? If you buy 10 contracts at 20 cents and it goes up 10 cents, yeah, you made 50%, but you only made 10 cents on your contracts with your position. It makes no sense. I don't work on percentage. I work on how many cents my contracts go up because I hit the same size on my trades. Stop looking for percentage gains. Find an amount of contracts that work for you and just hit those. That's it. You want to do 5 contracts? You want to do 10 contracts? If you buy 5 contracts at $4 and they go up 10 cents, you make $50. If you buy 5 contracts at 20 cents and they go up 50%, you still make $50. Stop being stupid. The more capital that you have is the less risk you take in options trading. Stop listening to these people that will do YOLO trades for out the money. That where you see SPY trading at, I don't care if it's 559.90. I'm buying 559 calls and bringing those in the money. I don't care if you see 562.05. I'm buying 562 puts. Real traders understand how options work. Real traders know how the Greeks work, the IVs work. Just because they're cheap, it's for a reason. If you see cheap contracts, there's a reason why. Please understand that. If you don't believe me, start looking at cheap contracts tomorrow. Wait to see how many percentage gains you get. No, screw the percentages. We hit size and we get the hell out. Contracts from at the money to go in the money or in the money, they move way faster than anything you could possibly think of. This is why I go at the money to bring in the money. It goes from a Toyota Corolla at the money. As soon as you go in the money, it's a Bugatti, right? It doesn't have to be just same days. I tell everyone how I blew up accounts. There's two things how I blew up options accounts: swing trading and 0 days till expiry. That's why I am programmed to buy 3 days out. I don't care what the contracts cost. If you can buy 1, 2, 3, 10, 20, you buy those. Same days will make you go broke. Think about it like an hourglass. The sand starts pouring out. They evaporate to nothing. The more capital you have is the less risk you take. Stop buying far out the money same day call contracts, because it may work for a month. You may be like, oh, I made 100%, 200%, 2 million%, as freaking frauds say on the internet. And then you're going to go through zero, go to zero, go to zero, go to zero. Only risk what you want to put in, go to zero. But real traders don't trade like that. And I'm just being honest. I'm a real trader, right? I make multi 6 figures a year, if not 7 figures a year, from just trading. And obviously it fluctuates, right? Like, I'm trying to get better every day. I'm not going to cap like I'm an eccentric millionaire, right? But I do what works for me. Dimitri does what works for him. And if I'm telling you, going far out the money on options, if you understand how Greeks work, you're an idiot. You don't go far out the money same days. Every real trader knows that. Name one good trader, rich financially trader that makes money playing same days. Far out the money, right? In the money's different. You can make a lot of money in the money. If you know what you're doing, like Dimitri, he knows what he's doing. He makes money same days. He doesn't go fucking out the money. You don't do that. Buy at the money, bring in the money. I'm telling you, if you don't believe me, please back check it. Just look tomorrow, watch it at the money. Whatever you're seeing SPY trade at, look at those contracts, watch them go in the money. They go from a Toyota Camry or Corolla to a Bugatti as soon as you get in the money. And then they start going freaking crazy. Like some other traders, freaking crazy. So let's look at tomorrow's trading plan, right? So we realized that SPY broke out and acted as a resistance, a massive level. So SPY has officially changed from the macro time frame. The trend has changed on the macro time frame. Every single day on the macro since 510. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher low, higher high, new low, right? We made a new low today. So the trend has an opportunity to change. We don't know that for a fact. Market makers, you guys have been seeing this stuff lately, right? I don't want to steer you in the wrong direction, but basic technical analysis, we have officially broken trend. So we're going to be looking for puts on rips. And where's the best level to be shorting the SPY? I'm going to show you right now. 560, obviously, right? Not only that, we have 558. Look at the resistance of 558. Now let's look left. Look at the support of 558. Look at the support of 558. Look at the support of 558. So screw 560. We're closer to 558. So if we see a resistance like we did today, broke through 558, came up to retest it, made the previous support a resistance, that's why we got the downside. So what are our downside levels? I'm going to keep this quick. 554 to 554.50. This is my buy zone. If we break or gap down beneath 554, 553.07 is a great level for calls, and then 551.50. Where's the best level for puts? Well, 558, right? We can already see it's a resistance. So this is a great resistance level. Where's the next level? 559, previous support of yesterday. We broke through it, didn't retest it. So that's another good opportunity to trade, to short. After that, 560. 560 is a great level. Why? Previous support, previous resistance. And not only that, it's okay to short or to buy calls against the trend. How do we know the trend is going to flip? 560 support, we are going to rocket $1.50. I don't think the market's going to crash, right? Jerome Powell is speaking tomorrow. Anything can happen. But if 560 becomes a support, it's free money to 561.53. But ideally, you should be looking for a put at 560 because it's such a psychological level. And I feel like all retail's going to be watching that. So if we do come up to this level, I'm going to be more call focused. I'm going to buy this and short 560 with this type of price action. But if we break through it, come back down, I'm buying 559 calls at the money. As soon as we break 560, I'm buying 559 at the money calls to bring, I'm not trying to scalp this 10, 20 cent. I'm going for a home run because it's an empty pocket to 561.53. We broke through it this morning. Look at the previous resistance of yesterday. We broke through it, didn't retest it. That's why that's my price target. Now, we're going to add the previous closing price. SPY ended up closing at 566.20 or 556.22, okay? SPY closed weak. SPY closed weak. This is our make or break it level. So our original buy pocket ended up bouncing. First reaction, got a nice upside. Do you guys not see? It's a rubber band effect what Dimitri teaches. As soon as we broke the low of yesterday, look at the bounce. SPY went from 557 to 560. 3-point run. The rubber band effect that Dimitri teaches in Sniper University. Look at that. It worked to the T. It's always a rubber band effect. But I was telling everyone, I'm going to even show you right now because let's go. Where was I? Some trolling going on here. Okay, so look. If we take out the lows at yesterday, we should have a decent sized bounce in the macro, but the macro trend will change, right? 11:43 a.m. Eastern time, I said 554. 554. I was able to identify that we were going to see lows today by right here. This level right here. You see that? I wasn't holding hopes. Losing is a choice. We play what the chart tells us. We are watching support and we're watching resistance. We're buying at the money and bringing in the money. We are knowing we are selling at a resistance, and when we're in a trade, we're selling at a support, a resistance or support. The first level of resistance or support, we're selling. The first level of resistance, we're selling. We can leave runners. But that is it, guys. So we are bearish on the macro. Daily candle, extremely bearish. But what to be looking at? If we make 558 a support, we are going to see 560. If we reject 557, we are going to see 554. Where's the best level to be buying calls? 554 to 553. Where's the best level to be shorting at? 559 right here to 560. But if 560 becomes a support, we will break the high to 563.50. I'm telling you guys, if anything drastically changes in the pre-market, I will be on the Daily Sniper Discord. We have a 50% off deal happening right now. Use code YouTube at checkout. It's a cup of coffee a day. We are the cheapest in industry for a reason. We want to help the community grow. We want to teach people. We're not charging $150 a month to paper trade. We are charging very, very small amounts of money, guys, a cup of coffee a day, and we are trading real money and live streaming it as well. Daily Sniper, wap.com/Daily Sniper, guys. If you're on Instagram, Sniper Trader 101. I'll see everyone tomorrow. Take care, guys.